Hello everyone, thank you all so much for joining me back here at the channel. I am Chris the Cheating Lefty. Today we are taking a look at yet another of the Ledgestone releases from this year, this time taking a look at the Discraft Venom. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, as once we get to 5k subscribers, which isn't going to be that far, I will be giving away 6 discs to 3 different people. So let's take a look at the profile. Now the Venom is out of production, but it is still in production through Plastic Addicts, which is now called the Intervention. The Intervention uses the original Venom mold. Now the flight plate, very flat, slight roundness to the shoulder, but very flat flight plate, which makes this perfect for forehand. I love very flat flight plate discs for forehand, and this feels perfect for those. Backhand, because it's so flat, it does have a tendency to slip out just a little bit out of the hand, but for forehand, this thing flies like a dream. So speaking of the flight, what exactly does the Venom do? We saw that it was a speed 12, had some decent glide, I believe 5, turn -1 in a fade of 4. I think the Venom actually really matches those flight numbers fairly well. It is definitely a faster disc, a little bit more than what my arm can take. Has good glide, so it's going to hold up in the air a little bit and keep kind of pushing forward. It has that -1, as you can see from the flex shots. It stays on the anhyzer for a good amount of time, getting really good flexes. But then again, it has that strong fade to it. I can put this on just about any line, even on like a steep anhyzer line. I can get it to hold a beautiful flex and know and trust it's gonna fight back every single time. So for slower arms, it's going to be a very predictable overstable driver. Medium arms, it's going to be a good flex disc out of the box, something we can trust. And for the big arms, it's going to be a big turnover disc that, because of that late overstability to it, will fight its way out even into some mild wind. Again, this is great for those controlled flex shots, something that it can hold a decent amount of torque, but it still is very easy to get onto an anhyzer line and hold that anhyzer line, but it's not going to turn and burn. It is going to level itself out, even into a wind. This is about a 15-mile-an-hour headwind. You can see how much turn it gets, but at the end of its flight, it checks up and still has that predictable hyzer finish. Now, I mentioned earlier that the Venom is currently being run by Plastic Addicts as the Intervention, so it is actually the original Venom mold, and it's kind of run in this almost like this Z-Flex plastic. Still very flat on the flight plate, but look how nice and flexible the disc is, and it actually has a lot of grip to it. So it's very grippy, very flexible, a combination that I like, as I personally love like Z-Flex plastic. So if it's something where if the ESP, new Ledgestone ESP run is just a little bit too stiff for you, take a look at these Interventions, because guess what? They fly almost exactly as the new Ledgestone runs. And you're going to see what I mean when taking a look at the Intervention and the Venom side by side. With the Intervention, again, it gets that nice straight flight, gets a little bit of turn in that mid-flight as expected with that -1 turn, but then the nice strong overstable finish. And for the new Ledgestone ESP, that was a little bit of a higher flight, got the disc a little bit higher in the air, but as you can see, the two flight patterns mirror each other almost identically. So really, the difference between the two is going to come down to the feel. The Venom really surprised me because it's going to be a versatile driver for players of different skill levels. Again, for us medium arms, it's going to be a trustworthy flex disc that we know is going to fight out of that turn every single time. Bigger arms, this is going to be more controlled turnover, but still have a decent finish as it comes to the end. Now, the Intervention on the Plastic Addicts website is still available, at least at the time of filming this video, so go get them before they're gone. Till next time, everyone, keep banging them chains.